rounds of applause right there for coming out here, right? For coming out here. This is real. Hey, before we get started, too, I want to do one thing. Can everybody inhale for me? Can we get an exhale? Come on, one more time. You do. Exhale. Right? One of the reasons why I did that, I wanted to show everybody right here that we won.
Right.
Outside of all the politics and all the social panics that some of our politicians put out here that shape and mold our legislation, we need to know that we are the people and we are one.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
So, hey, I'm going to go to church a little bit in here, right? Before I introduce myself and, why I'm speaking here. We read scriptures. You can have, your religious belief or spiritual belief, but, I look to the Torah, I look to the Bible. And in the Bible it said, remember those in prison as if you was their fellow prisoners. Right now, we can all relate to that because everybody out here has been affected by mass incarceration with a loved one or a friend that's incarcerated. Am I right? Yes. Ain't no question. So I say that in a sense, while I was on the inside, I took that around and I remember those in psychological prison and spiritual prison, right? Right? Because I used to be the drug dealer. I used to be that guy. Right here in Flint, Michigan. This is where I'm from. Unfortunately, I'm a returning citizen. 6 months after spending 25 years in prison for a crime I did not commit. Did not commit, right? And I was down there in Indiana, and I wasn't, around my people from Michigan.
Right.
My people from Flint. Every day I had to rep Flint, Michigan. Every day. To let them know, man, that Flintstone pride is real.
That's right. That's right.
But I'm going to tell you this. Despite my innocence, when I'm telling you I did time with them brothers that was on the inside. I did time. I know what it's like to be on that time. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be where I'm at without some of those brothers that was there who had redeemed themselves, right? Who got them sentenced, who did some bad things, but they redeemed themselves after 20, 10, 20, 30 years. The work that they doing in there, man, hey, you can't even pay them the amount of money or the work that they do in there when they see a young person coming in that's lost and they grab that young person. I was giving a speech in Genesee County the other day, and I said something to this effect. A lot of times where we fall is where we find our treasures.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
Right where you fail is where you find your treasures. Right there in that dirt. And I'm saying, hey, I'm a lotus flower right here, by design, man, because I started shining out the mud. And it's a lot of them brothers and sisters that's on the inside who are shining like lotus flowers.
That's right.
Right? But at the same time, let's talk about redemption. Now, the root meaning of redemption is to repay. Now, the first person you got to repay is yourself. Right? Because you know what's going on in your head.
Right.
Those brothers and sisters that's on the inside. Mark, he's on the inside. He's sitting in there. He got to repay it for. He's like, what did I do wrong? How can I make this right? And he's doing it right where he is at. He ain't going across the world to do it. Right? He ain't representing for the United Nations. He representing for that cell block where he at. Because that's what counts. That's why we don't need to be too worried about these national politics. But what we need to be worried about is what's going on right here in Flint, Michigan, so we can change the legislation, because that's the way it really works. And y'all got the power. We got the power. So as I come out and I come to the world, I'm strong, got a support system. My sister Valerie Buford, Flint native as well. Strong sister. Strong. So get her sister a round of applause. That sister was with me. Come on, hallelujah. She just had a birthday too. Happy birthday. But just like many of y'all, you know, mass incarceration affected my family.
Right.
And it's nothing to do with innocence or guilt. We did that time. We was there. Right? We was there.
Speaking,
I'm
brother.
right there with you, man. We ate off the same plate. Right? Now, you will go to prison. Sometimes people got prison messed up. When you sit there for a long, significant amount of time, you will find some fascinating things that happen in prison with brothers and sisters there. So you got different organizations in there. Right? You didn't know? Hey, some of my best friends was Aryans. Right? Some of my best friends was Mexican Mafia. People from different sides of the tracks that I never would have met until we got here. And we had to figure it out. Because there was nobody around. You know, people can get shanked, they can kill you. So we had to figure it out, man. How we gonna figure this out? Look, you know, hey, you do you, I'ma do me. We respect each other, right? So one of my biggest things that I love to say to everybody, and especially to the second look bill, right? Common unity equals community.
Right.
Right?
That's
Common
right.
unity
Common
equals
unity.
community. And the thing what we got to do, our community is so multiplicit. But in that diversity is our power. You need not, man, don't let nobody, man, divide us with agenda politics.
That's
Right now, we are moving from the heart.
That's right.
We are speaking truth to power from the heart. Each one of you have been affected. You know what it is not to be able to pay your bill, taking them collect calls. You know what it is, you know, spending your last on some commissary money.
Right.
You know what it is, supporting your loved one. Hey, we all got to get in the car. They graduate. Let's go support them. But right now, we need to use those treasures that failed and found that treasure to come out here. Who better to talk to the youth than somebody that was sitting there with all the OGs?
Right.
Who better can tell you about legislation than a jailhouse lawyer? He's doing the work. And when we talk about the second look, we can go there and petition that second look in 10 years. But what we want from our loved ones is that they perform for themselves. Redeem. What are you doing? You getting your education? Get your education. We ain't just letting anybody out.
That's right. That's right.
We letting people out.
That's right.
on the subject of meritocracy.
That's right.
People who are doing the job on the inside up under the worstest conditions. The worstest conditions. The throwaways. And I tell y'all this, just like that brother just was speaking here to his experience. Okay. You know, y'all definitely just need to keep touching bases with the people that's in there because they value, they are treasures, you know. And I want to thank y'all for, you know, for your time. You know, thank you.
Thank you.